I was watching the film Do the Right Thing, a seminal work from one Mr. Spike Lee. Now, despite Lee's many times racist, pro-black, progressive black antics, if you will, this film of his, honestly, shows a lot of the bad truths about black people. I mean, you got the drunk-ass old man, the nosy old woman, belligerent young people, cussing women, people blaring music. What's another one? The dude that's barely taking care of his kid, if that. Uh, hmm. Well, a ton of stuff. But the main thing for me that sticks out is the forcefulness of black people and the insecurity of black people. Because black people love to try to force people to like them. We do. And there's a scene in the movie, at the middle of the movie, with the character bugging out, and he tries to force Sal to put black people pictures on the wall because black people buy pizza there, so they deserve it. We all know black people are entitled like this. We all know they always want people to give them something. But at the same time, they also want those same people who give them handouts and entitlements and favors and giveaways. They want those same people to view them as their equal and to respect them. Why would you respect someone? Why would you respect a group of people who basically act like glorified pets? Always looking for a treat, a bone, a bowl of water. And they won't even do tricks for them. They just want them. And then also another element of black people, a negative element shown, is the double standards we have for killing. You saw Radio Raheem trying to kill Sal for a very stupid reason. But then when Radio Raheem got his comeuppance, all of a sudden they were all mad and, oh, Radio Raheem's dead, and ended up destroying Sal's place, tearing up their own neighborhood. They were going to do it to the Korean guy too, because that's what black people do. They just destroy stuff, namely their own community. That is what many of us do, sadly. And the ones that don't, you wonder why they move the hell on. Now, Bugging Out had a decent idea at the beginning, even though it was over stupid reasons. But, boycotting Sal's, okay, do it that way. He wouldn't have won probably because everyone else wanted to still go to Sal's. But at least that'd have been the right way to go through the system. That's the problem. Black people cannot go through the system. They have to force things. They have to destroy things. They have to act uncivilized. I understand having to do that back in the day when not too many doors were open for us. But now that there are, and you're still kicking them down? Come on, man. Y'all can say, well, it's just a movie. Well, art reflects reality. Art imitates reality. And by God, does that piece of art imitate most of our realities. And that was the 80s. You know it's bad now. Black people have a history, even before liberalism took root in our communities. We have a history of destroying our own stuff to get back at the white man. Watts, Rodney King, even some of the incidences that happened with Trayvon Martin. People going in Walgreens, messing stuff up, knocking stuff off the walls, off the shelves, destroying stuff. This is the legacy we leave behind. And you wonder why white people don't respect us? You wonder why when we go to their community, it's us coming up, they come to our community, they're going down. We're succeeding, they're failing. Have you ever wondered why they want to be as far away from most of us as possible? Have you ever wondered why, with the advent of, not affirmative, well, affirmative action too, but Section 8, with the advent of Section 8 and hood rats going in neighborhoods that they otherwise would not be able to afford, you started seeing an increase in burglaries, home invasions, and crime in general that was not there beforehand. Sure, white people have their crime. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're perfect. But do you think in most suburbs that they put up with the same crap that we put up with in the black community? No. Sure, whites have their low class, their bottom class, their trailer park people, their trailer trash, their rednecks, their low class whites, their low caste whites. But those low caste whites aren't the majority like they are with black people. With black people, we're like Charles Manson and a trash can. The trash is at the top. The trash is the majority. The trash is what we are represented by, and then we wonder why people don't respect us, because we don't respect ourselves enough to cull the trash. We don't respect ourselves enough to allow attrition to set in. We don't respect ourselves enough to change ourselves and clean our own houses before we start talking about dusting someone else's. Maybe we should.